All right, guys. So next, we're going to talk about these laws. We're going to get into these laws of the universe. And I'm not going to go... There's 7 different laws. I wrote a lot about each one, but... See. But I'm not going to go through all of this with y'all. We're going to do a very vague description of just what each one is, how you can kind of practice it a little bit in your life, and then, you know, see what it do for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, these are the 7 laws of success. There was a website that I got these off of. Very informative, educational site. I wish I knew the name to give you guys, but I don't. So, you can just keep on tuning in to Loaded Minds, and you'll get a lot of tea. Get a lot of sauce. You'll get some free game, basically. So, the 7 laws of success. Number 1, the first law of success is the law of pure potentiality / the law of unity. If you don't know what potentiality means, you know what potential means. So it's the law of potential. So it says here, I'm just gonna read what I wrote. It says, I am the eternal possibility. I am. We all are. You are. You are a possibility. You have eternal possibilities available to you, accessible to you. You just got to learn how to get them. You attract blessings. God just don't throw blessings at people because they're just lucky, and he just like, oh, people attract blessings subconsciously or consciously, whatever your level of consciousness is. The field of potentiality is myself. I am my own field of potentiality. I am my own potential. I am unlimited potential. I can do anything. That's why they say life is what you make it. That's so true. I can do anything through Christ that strengthens me. Remember how I say Christ is within us? So we strengthen ourselves. We could do anything that we put into our own... We could do anything that we really put all our energy into and our heart into. We could do that. And of course, the source is always watching, all seeing, all knowing there. Okay, self-referral means our internal reference point is our own spirit, seeking approval of self, freedom. That's what y'all need to do, is have self-referral. Because when you have self-referral, it means that your internal reference points, which means that the point within you that you search for is your own spirit. So validation, you know how when people post pictures, like if they don't get a lot of likes, they're going to delete it. It's because they need validation from other people to feel like they're cool, to feel like they're cute, to feel like they got drip, to feel like whatever it is, they need that validation from outside energies. And that is called object referral. So that is influence of objects outside of self. So that could be people, circumstances, or things. It's seeking approval of others, which is fear-based, which is from the ego. It's your ego needing to be fed. You know what I'm saying? You want to feel like that nigga, and you just posted 3 pictures on the gram, or you just posted 3 pictures on the book, and ain't nobody replying, ain't nobody commenting. It's been 5 minutes, you only got 1 like, so you deleted them. That's because you have object referral. Your ego got bruised. Your ego, your pride got hurt because you like, damn, ain't nobody like my pictures. Like, what the fuck? I know I'm stepping. If you know you stepping for real, then you would have kept them pictures up, because you would have had self-referral. You get what I'm saying? So when you have self-referral, you look for validation from yourself. When you have object referral, you seek validation through others. And that's how you can know if you're operating in your spirit, in your godlike energy, or if you're operating in your ego. That's how you can know the difference. So try to operate and practice this. This is something that you do. You have to practice everything. Anything that anybody ever wants to get good at, we all have to practice it. Even though, like, Lil Wayne is a rapper, he's super talented. Do you know how many times he probably rapped in his life to get that good and to master that? You know, anybody that's really good at anything, they put in a lot of practice. So just like this, just study this, practice this. I will have this available for y'all to come back and take, you know, little reference pieces. Take some notes right now, maybe. That'll help y'all out too. That's what I do. I always take notes, hence this book. Yeah, the ego is not who you really are, okay? The ego is your self-image, your social mask, and the role that you play in. Yeah, it lives in fear. Your ego lives in fear all the time. Fear of rejection, fear of people laughing at you, fear of people making fun of you, fear of being bruised. Your ego never wants to get bruised. It's your confidence. It's what makes you have your spark and your spunk. And so when people, don't feed your ego and you're hoping that they are, it bruises that ego. So then you're like, oh my God. But that's not who you really are. Your soul, your spirit is who you really are. Okay? Your true self, soul, and spirit are completely free from those things. So your spirit is completely free from that fear. Your spirit is completely free from playing a role. Your spirit is completely free from the social mask. It's free from all that. Your spirit is just literally authentically you, baby. Immune to criticism. Your spirit is immune to criticism. So somebody could say anything they want to about me and my spirit wouldn't care. My ego would care. So somebody could sit here and be like, Damara ain't really shit. Damara can't rap for real. Damara ain't pretty. Damara, whatever. And my spirit wouldn't care because I know those things are all fake. That's all false. That's all lies. But my ego would care. Be like, bitch, what the fuck you mean? I'm ugly, bitch. I'm pretty as fuck. What the fuck you mean I can't rap, bitch? Do you hear me? Like, are you not hearing me? Like, that's your ego. So I'm just trying to show y'all the difference between the two. Y'all probably already know this, so forgive me if you don't. But some people don't. So this is for those who don't. This is for the girls in the back. You know what I mean? So yeah, your soul, your spirit is immune to criticism, unfearful. It feels beneath no one. Also humble and feels superior to no one. That is a big key point that I want to make. If you feel like you're better than other people, that's not you. That's your ego. Because your spirit knows that it's not better than nobody, but it also knows it's not under nobody either. Like, I'm not better than nobody, but nobody's better than me either. That's how your spirit feels. Your ego is going to feel like you're better than people, or your ego is going to feel like other people are better than you. That's all your ego. That's not true. Nobody's better than nobody. It's just other people have learned and, how to get better control over their lives than other people. That's the only difference. That's literally the only difference. We are all the same self in different disguises. And I'm going to let that just sizzle in y'all spirit. That is what it is. We are all the same self in different disguises. Take of that what you will. The law of giving. Oh, no, number 2 is the law of giving / the law of giving and receiving. Some of y'all might have already heard this law, like whatever you give others is going to come back. It's kind of like karma, but it's not the exact thing because karma is its own law. So in the law of giving and receiving, something you guys need to just understand is that your body is in constant exchange with the body of the universe, okay? Your body is in constant exchange with the body of the universe. That means you're always giving something to the universe, and the universe is always giving something to you constantly. You don't even think about doing it. You're not like, oh, I'm actively giving the universe this. It's not something you think about doing. It just constantly happens subconsciously. You don't know it. And the universe is constantly giving you something. It might not always be good, and it will not always be bad, but just know that. Because everything is energy. We are energy. The universe is energy. Everything is energy. My mind is in constant exchange with the mind of the cosmos. Okay? Your energy is an expression of cosmic energy. Okay? You must give and receive in order to keep wealth and affluence or anything you want in life circulating in your life. You must give and receive in order to keep wealth and affluence. Affluence is just the flow of abundance. Abundance is having things like a lot of whatever it is that it is. So if you're abundant in money, then you're rich. If you're abundant in health, then you're very healthy. If you're abundant in happiness and peace, then you're very happy. You get it? So affluence is just the flow of that abundance. So if you want stuff to keep on flowing into you, like a lot of stuff to keep flowing into you, then you have to always have things. You must always be giving and receiving. Don't hold money to yourself or be stingy. Give to receive more abundance. The more you give, the more you receive. So if you sitting there and you got $1,500 and your cousin call you and you know what I'm saying, you got it to give Stop letting your pride be like, oh no, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? Even if they don't pay you back, it's not about the action that they do. It's about the action that you do and the intention that you have. When you are giving, you cannot be doing it from a egotistical type of standpoint. You can't be doing it from like, oh, I'm gonna give this person this only to get something in return. That's not how it works. You have to give from your heart. You have to really give with the intention to bless somebody else or to help somebody else, not to need that back. Okay? So think about that, because y'all don't want to do anything out of just selfish intent. Y'all don't want to do anything out of egotistical intent. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be selfish, because you should always love yourself more than you love anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You should always make sure that you're straight before you go out trying to help anybody else. So it's okay to be selfish in those kind of aspects. But don't be selfish in a sense where you're trying to get over on anybody, finesse anybody, take anything from somebody to, you know what I'm saying, you know, fuck over anybody to make yourself in a higher position. That's not okay. Like, that's where you doing shit fucked up. And bad shit's gonna come back to you because your intentions are not pure. It's all about having pure intentions of love and light. If you can get that, you gonna start getting real blessed. And I'm not making this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. So yeah, don't hold money to yourself or be stingy. If you want to get more money in, don't do it with the intention like, oh, I'm finna give this person some money because I know the universe is gonna bless me. Like, yeah, that's a fact. You can know that, but don't do that only for that's the only intention that you're doing it is so that you get something in return. You should still be doing it mainly. The main reason you should be doing it is because you want to, genuinely from your heart, because that's just the nice thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Okay, I'm not saying let people take advantage of you and don't go broke trying to help everybody out. But if you have it and you are fortunate enough to be able to help somebody out and you're in a position to do so, then do so with the intention of just wanting to be a blessing. Okay, that's how you're gonna keep on getting that influence, because God see that you're moving in this love and this light, and you know you're gonna continue to attract those blessings. Okay. The easiest way to get what you want is to help others get what they want. I know that sounds weird. You're like, how? You know what I'm saying? Can I get what I want if I'm steady focused on what somebody else wants? And it's just having a balance. Everything is about having a balance. So you can't give too much of your own energy to somebody else. You know, you got to still make sure you're doing your work for yourself. Still make sure you're loving yourself. Still make sure that you got, you know, you're being productive for yourself as well. But if you can be of help to others and you know you can help somebody out, help that person out. Because you being in your ego and being like, yeah, I know I can help them, but fuck that, I ain't gonna help them. They're gonna have to figure it out themselves how I figured it out myself. That kind of mentality is blocking your blessings, boo-boo, not theirs, because they still gonna find a way. They still gonna figure it out if it's meant for them to figure out, with or without you. But God just seen how they came to you with the intention of needing your help, and you chose to operate more in your ego and in that pride and not help them out. And just know you just blocked some blessings from you. You could have just attracted them just by doing that. It's a science to this shit. It's a science to living life, man. That's what they don't want y'all to figure out, but it's a science to this shit, and I'm giving y'all some tea. Yeah, the easiest way, oh yeah, prayer also counts as giving. So it's not just money, y'all. It's not just, oh, I gotta constantly make sure I'm giving this person some money if they need it, or I gotta constantly make sure I'm giving this person some. No, it could just be as simple as a prayer, because like I said, everything is energy. So if you sending good prayers out to people, whether they know of it or not, you could walk past a stranger and just be like, I pray for this, in your head, be like, I pray that man has a really good day today and smiles and has happiness coming his way. In Jesus' name, Ashe. And just for doing that energy that you just gave somebody else for free, they didn't even ask for it, that's just out the kindness of your heart, that's the kind of stuff you get blessed for. Those are the kind of people who be having blessings all the time coming out of nowhere, or so much favor, and people be like, why are they so favored and I'm not? Because they making them little decisions, those little small decisions. That's energy that is coming from them, and the universe feels that. Remember I said you're in constant exchange with the universe? Remember? So you just gave out that positive energy of love and intent and intentions to be a blessing to somebody. You're going to get that energy back from the universe. Y'all get what I'm saying? Rather, even if it's just in a prayer, you're going to get that energy back in the universe. And prayers are good for us. Prayers are great. Silent giving is also very powerful, sending blessings through and send blessings through and to everyone. Silent giving, that's like what I just said. You can say a prayer in your head, you can say it out loud, whatever. If you say it out loud, it carries more vibration, it makes it more real. When you say it out loud and you take it from a thought, you give it actual energy and life. But a prayer is still energy, it's still giving. So silent giving is just as good as giving somebody $20 is to give them a prayer. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So make sure y'all out here giving and not just trying to receive everything from the universe, because it don't work like that. Like it doesn't work like that. You have to work with the universe and not against the universe. You can't be expecting all this stuff coming to you and then get mad when it don't come to you, or get mad when there's blockages. You causing them blockages. Trust me. Any blockage that's ever happened in anybody's life, they cause it themselves, whether they know it or not. Okay? And understand when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself too. So please don't think I'm just trying to be some, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to control y'all, none of that. I'm just trying to inspire y'all and give y'all a different way of looking at life. So this is number 3, the law of karma. I'm sure some of y'all are very much, woke to that. The law of karma, aka the law of cause and effect. Karma, the definition of karma, it just means action and the consequence of that action. That's what karma means. So think before you react and make conscious choices. How do you make conscious choices, and what kind of things should you think about before you react? Cool. Ask yourself, what are the consequences of this choice that I'm making? Now, this is hard to do, especially when you're mad or you're really upset and you're really got a lot of emotions going on that you're trying to control. But that's when I go back to when I tell y'all to control your emotions. Like somebody getting you super, super mad, they got power over you. Don't forget, your peace is your power. So as soon as something disrupts your peace, it's because you gave it the power to do so. Can't nothing piss you off if you don't let it. Can't nothing make you mad if you don't let it. Can't nothing make you sad if you don't let it. But don't let that go over your head either. You're supposed to let things make you sad that are supposed to make you sad. If your mom just passed, or not even that, I just said that because that's what I've been through. But if you just lost somebody, cry. If you want to cry and you need to cry. Don't force yourself to cry, but if you want to cry, don't force yourself to not cry. Whatever emotion it is that you feel it and let it out in a healthy way. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all to do. So it's hard to do that. It's hard to think about stuff like, damn, if I slap this nigga, what's the consequences that's going to come from that? But you really should try to think about that kind of stuff, even if it's just a split second. Those split little seconds of making better decisions in a moment of anger or rage or whatever, they really save a lot of regret and pain. So, and karma from coming your fucking way, because whatever you do is going to come back to you. So that's the type of thing y'all need to be mindful of. Another question you can ask yourself, will this choice that I'm making bring happiness to those around me? If yes, then make the choice. If not, then don't make the choice. Duh, Ask your conscious, if I make this choice, what happens? And pay attention to your body's sensation. Like your body has a way of communicating with you as well. You know what I'm saying? When your stomach hurt, you know that you ate some shit you ain't had no business eating. You know what I'm saying? When your head hurt, you know you either need to eat some food, or you need to get off the electronics, or you need to get some rest, or you're dehydrated. Your body has ways of telling you certain things. So, just pay attention to your feelings, trust your intuition, trust your gut. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, like, if you really got a big decision that you're trying to make or whatever, and you actually get the time to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, okay, if I do this, what's going to happen if I, take this job, or if I don't take this job, or what's going to happen if I, steal this money from my friend without her really knowing for real, just because I really need it and I'm scared to ask her. Like, I know I won't get caught, but like, what's going to happen? Like, ask yourself them kind of questions for real, and pay attention to how you feel. If your body feel like a weird, unsettling feeling, then it's probably not the best thing to do. Now, if you just feel cool and you feel regular and everything is a go, then it's a go. Make the decision. But just make sure that you, if you know something is wrong morally, and you know right from wrong, and you know something is wrong, then don't make the choice. Don't make the choice, because even if you make the choice and you don't get the karma right away, it's still going to come, and it's God working mysterious ways. It's going to come in a way you're not expecting, and you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. So treat people how you want to be treated, please. Like, that is the basic common law of life. I feel like treat people how you want to be treated. If you wouldn't want to experience a certain emotion, don't fuck up somebody else's experience, because that's how I look at life. We all live in life, and this is all an experience. I'm not going to fuck up your experience. Don't fuck up my experience. I'm going to really try my hardest to better your experience and to make your experience great for you and amazing. So that's what I want people in my life that do for me, is try to better my experience and make my experience easier and great. And you know what I'm saying? Don't ruin people's experiences of life out here, because it's going to come back and it's going to fuck up your experience too. I don't care if it takes 10 years, it's going to come back. Yeah, your heart is not mushy and sensitive. It is intuitive. Okay, so a lot of people say, oh, if you got a big heart and you're sensitive, if you got a big heart, then you're sensitive. That's not true. You got a big heart. Your heart is intuitive. That's where you get a lot of your intuition from. You know what I'm saying? Your heart has a feeling of like, you know, you feel me? Like, that's why they say follow your heart with a lot of decisions, because your heart is intuitive. Like, it can tell if something is right or wrong with your heart. Like, you know, you could be like, oh, I couldn't hurt him like that because I don't got the heart for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. Like, your intentions, your intuition, like it just won't, you can't do certain things because you don't have the heart for that. That's why they say that, because your heart is very intuitive. It picks up on energies and how people are going to feel about things and how you're going to feel about things. And you're going to get a sensation in your body about that shit before it even happens or when it happens. Other people, you know, it depends on how in tune you are with yourself and how in tune you are with your intuition. So karma is, so just be conscious of the seeds, and become a conscious generator of reality. Basically create good karma for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say is, you know, do good deeds for people, not just, you know, intentionally because you want good things to come to you. But, you know, subconsciously, yes, but you should do it consciously because you want to. Consciously because your intentions are on helping this person. Consciously because it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Start doing that. You're going to create a lot of good karma for yourself. A lot of good things are going to start coming to you in different kind of ways when you least expect it. In divine timing. So when it needs to happen for you, it will happen. Not when you want it to happen, but when the universe feels fit that you attracted that at that divine time for you in your journey and where you're going. You're going to attract it. Okay. Number 4 is the law of least effort. It's the principle of harmony and love. Have you ever heard of a miracle? Then that is the same thing as the law of least effort. It's action motivated in love. When you seek power and control over people, you waste energy. Okay, so you should just really move in just love. Just move in unconditional love. And when you want to control somebody, whether you want to control the way they think, you want to control the way they feel, you want to control anything like that, any kind of control over anybody, seeking control over anybody is, you're wasting your own energy. Because we're not made to be able to control other people's energy, only ourselves, only our own energy. So when you're out there doing that energy that you putting onto them, you're wasting that energy, because you could be putting it on yourself and controlling yourself and how you're reacting to them, not reacting how you want them to react. You get what I'm saying? So when you seek money and power for the sake of the ego, you spend energy. And then chasing the illusion of happiness, chasing the illusion of happiness instead of enjoying happiness in the moment. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I said. I thought it was a period. So let me say that again. When you seek money and power for the sake of ego, you spend energy chasing the illusion of happiness instead of enjoying happiness in the moment. So, yeah. So when you really doing something just for money, or you know how they say money can't bring you happiness? That's some real ass shit. I've seen a lot of depressed ass celebrities that's rich as fuck and still hate their lives, like, for real. So money does not bring happiness. You have to be happy, and then you attract money in whatever ways you attract money. But just because you're rich and famous don't mean that you're gonna be happy. You have to do that work internally, and that's what the action is, motivated in love. You just gotta love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And to get real happiness, you have to find happiness in the moment. Like right now, I'm happy in the moment. I ain't got $1 million. I don't have a lot of things that I desire and would like to have, but I have a lot of things that other people don't, or I have a lot of things that I just have for myself, and I'm grateful for those things. Now, regardless if those other people have them or not, there's a lot of people that have more stuff than me, but I'm grateful for what I got. You feel what I'm saying? Because it could always be worse. So I choose to be happy because I choose to be happy. Intentfully, you know. Yeah. Attention to ego consumes the greatest amount of energy. Did you know that? So when you're giving attention to your ego that takes the most of your energy up. When you're trying to control how people view you, you know, you take all this time in the mirror for hours and hours and hours trying to make yourself look so beautiful and feed your ego when, you know, somebody might still think you ugly when you walk outside. But you just did all that and put all that energy into your ego because you just want to be proud of how you look and you want to get this validation from all these people. But somebody still might think you're ugly when you go outside. So just know that. Half the energy that we waste on our ego and trying to make sure that we're proud of ourselves and we are most confident, that it takes the most of our energy up, and we usually don't even still do what we think we're doing, because again, the devil is a lie and pride is the devil. So put two and two together. Okay. So these are the things that people need to learn how to, well, we collectively as people, me, myself as well, I practice this and it is fucking hard. But try to practice 3 different things. Acceptance, responsibility, and defenselessness. Defenselessness is the hardest one for me, and I feel like for a lot of people, especially if you have a really big ego, because in defenselessness, you have to basically just surrender to a person's opinions, and even if they sound so fucking dumb, and even if they're not understanding where you're coming from, you just got to accept that that's where they are with their level of perception and understanding, and leave it to be, instead of trying to force somebody to see your point. And I have a really hard time with that, because my points be so fucking valid, and it's like, bitch, you're gonna see this, you're gonna understand, you know, just how smart I am and just how dumb you sound. Like, but they won't get that, because that's just where we're at. We're just on 2 different perceptions. We're just on 2 different planes. We have 2 different worlds, literally, because everybody lives in the same globe, but we all have different worlds, because we all have different perceptions. Nobody wakes up and sees the world exactly how I wake up and I see the world. And nobody wakes up and see the world exactly how you do. So that's something that people need to understand too, because that took a minute for me to get it too. I'm like, if we all in this bitch together, how y'all not seeing what I'm seeing? How y'all not feeling how I'm feeling? How y'all not? It's not the same. It's not hitting the same for all of us, because everybody has a different level of understanding, of perception, and that don't have nothing to do with going to school and reading a book and your intelligence level with that. It's just knowledge about life and what this shit is, what this experience is. Everybody has a different perception of that. So in certain situations, people are not going to see things exactly how you see things. People are going to see things how they see things, and it's going to be real to them. Just like when you see something that you see, it's real to you. So that's why arguments happen, because everybody trying to force each other to see it, because it's so real to each party that they like, how can you not see this? Like, that's why arguments happen. So less arguments can happen, and you can avoid arguments by practicing defenselessness and realizing, okay, instead of coming from an argumentative type of vibe and trying to force this person to see where I'm coming from, let me just accept. And that goes to number 2, acceptance. Let me just accept that this is where they are. This is how they think. This is how they believe. This is what they see from the situation. Okay, cool. This is how I feel. This is what I see from the situation. Okay, great. What's the solution? How do we move past it instead of focusing on the problem? Practice that defenselessness and stop trying to defend your point. Stop trying to defend yourself and just accept that's what it is. Now, how do we get to the solution? You feel me? That's practicing the law of least effort and just moving in love and understanding this person. Okay, I love this person. I understand where they're coming from. I understand they don't see it how I see it, and I don't see it how they see it. But let's still work through this with love, and let's get to the solution with love. That's practicing that law. And then responsibility. So acceptance is accepting people, situations, and circumstances. Accept people for who they are. You know, stop trying to change people. Stop trying to change the way people think. Stop trying to change the way people act. People are going to be who they're going to be, and they're not going to change until they want to change and they make the change. It's not going to be on your time. So just accept people, accept situations. Okay, you just got fired from your job. Stop going up to there and harassing them people and trying to make them feel like shit because you just got your job, you got your job taken. Stop calling your boss instead of trying to get your job back. Stop going up there and making it an uncomfortable work environment for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got your job. Just accept the situation for what it is. The nigga don't want to be with you no more. Bitch, accept it. Stop calling that nigga phone 130 times and he ain't fucking picking up. Stop calling that girl so many times, blowing her line down, sending her all these paragraphs and text messages. You had the chance. They don't want to be with you no more. Accept the situation for what it is. Move on with love for yourself, love for the other person, forgiveness. Be happy. Practice that law of least effort. That's just what it is. Responsibility is number 2. Not blaming anyone or anything for your situation. Don't even blame yourself. Now that, when I heard that, I'm like, how the fuck can I not blame myself for the situation? But it's just because you had to understand that this is something that you had to learn. You didn't know better, or you would have did better. Now, if you did know better and you made a conscious decision anyway that you knew was the wrong decision and it was a dumb decision, then okay, take responsibility for you being a dumbass and doing a dumb decision. Take responsibility for that, though. It's okay. We're all dumb in some type of way, because we don't all have the knowledge. You know, we're not the source, so we're not all knowing. We don't know everything. None of us on this earth know everything. So just, you know, practice forgiveness. Give yourself some grace for that. Take responsibility, and practice taking responsibility in for your actions, but also knowing that you didn't know better in a lot of situations, or you would have made better decisions. If you would have knew that this nigga wasn't shit, you wouldn't have had a baby by him, sis. But you didn't know that. So y'all fucked, and there was a baby that was conceived. That's something you just got to take responsibility for and understand, okay, we was in a different spot back then. I didn't know that. It's cool. And allow that person to, you know what I'm saying, take, not blaming anybody. So don't blame yourself because you didn't know better. And don't blame this person for not being shit, because this person has been that person from the beginning. So both parties, nobody's to blame. Nobody is innocent. It's not about right and wrong. Once people let go that in the world, stop trying to be right and wrong, let that go, because there's no such thing for real. There's morally things that are right and wrong, but when it comes to situations like this, it's just life. That's just life, and that's what life is. It's learning experiences. That's all this shit is. So of course we all gonna be out here making mistakes. Of course we all gonna be out here getting hurt. Of course we all gonna be out here, you know what I'm saying, hurting each other. Not on purpose, just because we want to be mean people, but because this is just life, and that's just what it is. That's the experience. We're all gonna experience that. But it's about how you react to these experiences that determine your character, right? Right. Okay. Once you practice those things, acceptance, responsibility, defenses list, cool, then you really got power over yourself, because nobody is going to make you feel bad about anything you've been through, because you already done accepted that within yourself, took responsibility for that, understood that's where you at with it, and you know what I'm saying, you go forward with it. So acceptance, you already accepting these people for who they are, so you're not waking up mad every day that your baby daddy is a bitch ass nigga. You done accepted that about him, and now you just deal with him accordingly. You deal with him on your terms and in peace, and however you feel like you want to do that, you know. And as long as you're not being toxic to other people or toxic to yourself, then you got the right to cut toxic people out of your life. If you still being toxic, just understand that those people that are in your life that are toxic too is because you're attracting that by your own energy. So check your own energy, then you're gonna start seeing other people. You're gonna start seeing other people way differently. You're gonna start seeing just life way differently once you start elevating yourself internally and working on, like, unlearning that toxic shit, relearning some new healthy stuff. You're gonna start seeing stuff way different. Embrace the present and become one with it. That's a big thing that people need to do, because people be so focused on the past or so focused on the future that they forgetting about the present. And the present is what matters the most, because however you feeling right now in this moment is going to contribute to your future. Whatever you do in the present is contributing to your future. So me right now, I am attentively on my YouTube making a video, you know what I'm saying, just basically spreading some knowledge and information to those of who are going to come across this video. I'm intentfully trying to help heal and enlighten the human race. Like, that's what I'm intentionally doing. So this is contributing to my future in some kind of way. I don't know how, but I know it's going to work in my favor, and I know it's going to be beneficial to me because I'm creating good karma for myself just by doing that. And I'm not intentively trying to create good karma. You get what I'm saying? I'm intentively trying to help people and, help heal people, help people heal themselves, I should say. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm intentively doing. But subconsciously, I am creating good karma for myself by doing this because I'm moving in love. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm in the present moment. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the past. So try your hardest every day to become present. I know it's hard to do that when your thoughts always be going. A lot of people have an internal monologue. I heard not everybody does. I don't know what y'all be doing. If you don't have no voice in your head, it's a little weird. Like, what be in your head then? But that's not for me to know, because I have internal monologue like all the time, every day, nonstop. So yeah, so if it's hard for you to focus on your thoughts, you know what I'm saying, just start to pay attention to things that are around you right then in the moment, like the sound of the vent. Like, it's weird, but if I just focus on that sound of that vent, I'll become in the present moment even more than I already was. Start doing little shit like that. Focus on, you know what I'm saying, little shit that's in the present moment to make you just focus and zone out of the old shit in the past, zone out of the other shit from the future. When you feel yourself and realize yourself doing that and thinking too much about the past or thinking too much about the future, just pull yourself back, take a deep breath, focus on your breathing. That's something that can always bring you back to reality. Just breathe in real deep, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep doing that over and over. And how I do it, and as I say, especially if I'm having negative thoughts or like weird feelings or whatever, my energy just be a little off, I always, in my head, I'd be like, in with the positive, out with the negative. And I just keep doing that, and it works for me. It works for me. The next thing you know, I just start feeling lighter again. I start feeling more happy, more positive. So try that as well. Remember this saying that the past is history. That shit over with, okay? It's a wrap. Can't go back and change it. It's over. The future is a mystery. Don't know what it's gonna be. You might die tomorrow. I ain't wishing it on nobody, but I'm just saying, you never know, right? It's a mystery. In this moment is a gift. The present is a gift, honestly and truly. So make the most out of your present moment, everybody. Stay as present as possible. Instead of trying to be as productive as possible every day, try to be as present as possible every day. That's more of a challenge, I guarantee you. But it'll be more beneficial to you as well, because you can be as productive as you want, but if you're not being present, then all that stuff that you're doing being productive, you know, you're not really contributing the way that you could. You're still contributing to your future by being productive, but you could be contributing a lot better if your intentions are in the present moment and not in the future or not in the past, because you're fucking up your frequency, your vibration that way. So you're fucking up your level of attraction that way. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I told you it's a science to all of this. Number 5 is, and there's 2 more after this, and I'm gonna go a little faster because we already had like 40 minutes in this video, and I gotta still edit and piece some things together. So loaded brains. This is why I have the name I do, because my brain is freaking loaded and I can go all day. I can do this for hours. But number 5 is the law of intention and desire. So energy and information exist everywhere, even in nature. Yes. Everything is energy. Attention energizes. So meaning whatever you take attention away from, it dies. You know what I'm saying? And then intention transforms, or it organizes its own fulfillment. So through your intent, you can literally command the laws of nature to fulfill your dreams and desires. This is what manifestation is. This is why I tell y'all, intentions are everything. You have to check your intentions. Your intentions are more important than your energy. Like, your intentions are more important than everything, because your intentions are going to affect your energy. You know what I'm saying? Because your energy people can fake energy. People can act like they really fuck with you and they love you and they're down for you, but their intentions could be, I'm just staying close to this bitch. I'm gonna act buddy with this bitch. I'm gonna act friendly with her. I'm gonna do anything she asks me to do or need me to do, just so when it come around when she up, or when it come around when he up and they get this bag, or when they get this position, or when they get this or that, whatever it is, I'm gonna be right there with them. I'm gonna have everything I need. I know they're gonna do for me because I've been sitting here doing for them. So it could be some people whose intentions are not adding up with their actions. So you can't just automatically trust any kind of energy. Like, certain people have gifts, like me, myself. I can feel energy. Even if somebody being fake, then I can feel the real energy. Like, I could feel a motherfucker who is envious, even if they try to hide it with their fake energy. I just have that kind of, even if a person try to act like they super happy, I could tell they depressed and they sad low-key. I have that gift. And there are other people who have that gift as well. But not everybody has that gift. So you just need to be mindful that, you know, trust your intuition, because everybody has an intuition. Everybody might not have those kind of gifts or be an empath to where they can really feel other people's energies and vibrations, but everybody has an intuition. So trust your intuition. If you feel a weird vibe around a motherfucker, I don't care if that's your brother from 10 years. If you feel a weird vibe around a motherfucker, your spirit is trying to tell you something is off with them. Something is off with their intentions. I don't care what they're telling you. I don't care if they're making it sound so believable. Something is off about them intentions, and you need to keep an eye on them, or you need to fall back. One of the two. Keep your enemies close, but make sure that you know what I'm saying, just, yeah. Me personally, I fall back from motherfuckers. I don't believe in keep your enemies close. Bitch, my enemies is staying far the fuck away from me. I don't need to come up off nobody or use anybody for any kind of gain, me personally. So I don't believe in that keep your enemies close shit for other people who, you know what I'm saying, may not have the gifts that I have and this and that, and you might not know if you just tripping or this and that. Certain situations, I guess, yeah, keep your enemies close. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of fake, because I feel like in order to keep an enemy close, you have to know they're an enemy, and if you being friends with an enemy, then don't that make you fake? And I just can't be fake. I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to keep their enemies close. That's on you. I personally don't live by that, but it is what it is. Basically, just know that everybody's intentions is the most important thing. So you can't focus on everybody else's intentions. You can only focus on your own. Because if you moving with real pure intentions, then you're always going to come out on top. Everything's going to work in your favor. Why? Because intentions are everything. Why? Because energy is everything. So based off the energy that you're giving is what you're going to receive. So if you out here being real snaky and malicious, and you just got these ill ass intentions with everybody, you don't care about nobody else's feelings for real but your own, you don't care about nobody else's dreams or life for real but your own, then, and you out here being fake with people, you know, saying you doing one thing with them or making them feel like it's one thing but you really got ill intent, like that shit is going to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever way. You gonna get some fake ass friends that you might think somebody real with you, and they low key being fake doing the same type of shit you doing. Or you got such a guilty conscience because you're so fucking snaky that you feel like everybody else is snaky around you too. So now you blocking real genuine connections that God trying to send to you, because you pushing them away because you think they trying to snake you out when they really ain't even on that type of time. So you're still being affected. You either blocking blessings or you creating bad karma for yourself. Either type of way. So make sure your intentions are pure so that you can be favored. So things can always go in your favor. Things could always work out for you because you got that good heart. You got them good set intentions and pure intentions. So pure shit is gonna come to you, baby. Yeah. Y'all better listen to me. I'm telling y'all, it's a science to this shit. You can be as successful as you want to be. It's not all about all this other shit they've been putting in y'all heads. These are the laws of the universe, where we living at, baby. Learn these laws. Why we ain't been taught this shit in school? This what they should have been teaching us in school, nigga. We could all be rich as hell right now, or at least on our way to it, you know, living our best lives. Not this shit. We would... But that's why they taught us that shit, because y'all know the system designed to keep us in, you know, in cages. But that's what y'all got me here for. I got us. We gonna make it out. You know what I'm saying? So use your intent for the benefit of mankind. Use your intentions for the benefit of mankind. Not just for the benefit of yourself, but for the benefit of all of us. When I say us, I mean human beings. We need to be more accepting of other human beings. I know social media came about, and even before social media, they just, you know, there was racism, there was discrimination, there was so many things that was just taught, like, to keep us apart and keep us, you know, as enemies, or not seeing that we're all from the same source and that we all are one, just in different bodies. Like, you know, we all experience this in a very similar way. We just have different perceptions, but we're still experiencing the same, you know what I'm saying? We need to realize how much we need each other. You might be like, oh, I don't need nobody. Okay, you don't need nobody. Cool. Let's say you're the only person on earth right now. Oh, I can't say that because then we really wouldn't need nobody. But we do need each other though. We need love. You know, we can love ourselves all we want to, yeah, but I'm sure we need affection though. We can't kiss ourselves. I can't kiss myself. I mean, I can kiss myself on a hand, but I can't sit here and kiss myself. You know, we need each other to populate the earth. You know, we need each other for money, for consuming. Hello, if you have a company or if you're an entrepreneur of any kind and you trying to sell clothes, you trying to get people to get their hair or their nails done, you an eyelash tech, we need people, right? You need me to come get my lashes done. So that, you know what I'm saying, you need me to come get my nails done. You need me to get my hair done. You need me, I need y'all to listen to my music. We need each other. You know what I'm saying? In order for us to become anything, to succeed, to be praised, you know, we need each other for that. We can praise each other all we want, but you know, we can praise ourselves all we want, but we literally need each other more than we realize. And once everybody realizes that, then you would set intentions differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just want to come and make, you know, I don't want to get rich just to be in a nice ass car and to flex and to shit on my exes and my haters and all those little egotistical ass reasons to want to be rich. Like, no, I want to be rich because I can help so many people. And in my life, I have been connected to so many people. I've heard so many people's stories. I know so many people who I could change their lives for the better. When I do get rich, I am going to put people's kids in colleges. I'm going to put people's families in houses and mansions. I'm going to change people's lives for the better. And you know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to be rich for. To, of course, make sure I'm straight and my family straight, but to help others as well. And not just people that I know. I'm talking about strangers. I'm talking about random. I'm going to be doing all kind of giveaways and shit. I might go broke fast as fuck, but I'll never go broke because I'm rich eternally and I'll forever be abundant and cared for and served for by the universe. But still, like, I'm saying that in the sense of I want money because money creates stability. Money creates freedom. You know, that's what I really want, is freedom to live life. Not survive in life, but to live life to the fullest extent, to be able to have anything my heart desires, to give my son and my kids and my future grandkids anything that their hearts desires, to give my siblings, my younger siblings who have went through so much, anything their heart desires, to just, you know, to change people's lives for the better. And through my music, through my actual creativity and my art, my intentions are to help, you know, I'm gonna create a platform for myself big enough, large enough. This is where I'm beginning. So thank you and God bless y'all for being a part of my journey beginning. But I'm gonna have a platform big enough for myself to be able to connect to the masses and to the collectives, to